Yeah, I'm ready to put last week behind us for sure. We had good meetings this morning, and the truth of the game was our defense played, maybe their best half of football in the first half of all year. And offensively and special teams, we were just, really off, really poor. And I don't remember a game where we've had 6 turnovers that I've coached in before. But you're not going to win any games when you turn the ball over that many times. We did it on special teams twice and on offense 4 times, and it's just you can't overcome beating a fine football team like Lafayette doing those things. It's ultimately, our job to get them prepared to play, and we certainly were off, and that's really the first time I have felt like that in our 3 years here, and it's disappointing. But obviously we still have a lot to play for, and with a great team like Army coming in here to close out the regular season and to send our seniors who've done so much for this program. I mean, I can't begin. I hope we'll have time to talk about that later even more, because these seniors have really made this program relevant, and it's going to be sad to say goodbye to a lot of those, and they deserve to go out the right way, and hopefully everyone in this building understands that and will prepare accordingly to play a really good football team in Army. But that's kind of the truth of the game, and I also like to say congratulations to our field hockey team, and I thought that was incredible to achievement, and the way they represented our university and our foundation in Christ. I thought was incredible, and just proud for them. And I know that had to be a great memory for them, their coaches, and everyone involved. So let's get ready for Army.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll open it up to questions here. We'll start with Anthony Romano from WDBJ7.
Hey, Coach. Happy early Thanksgiving. I know you mentioned the seniors there, and obviously for Malik, it's probably going to be his last home game in a Liberty uniform as well. I know sometimes it's kind of easy to take for granted what's right in front of your face, but I don't know, can you maybe put into perspective for, I guess, Liberty fans, the type of talent that they've been able to watch over the last couple of years, and maybe how rare it is that type of game-changing talent comes through a program?
Yeah, we're going to support Malik and his family and whatever they decide, and certainly they'll gather all the facts when this season's over and make what they believe is the best decision for them. So we'll support that when that time comes. In the meantime, I certainly think you're right that he's brought a lot of excitement with the other seniors and players that have helped make this program more relevant. And it's not just him, but obviously watching a talent like that that doesn't happen all the time. And we certainly hope to recruit some more that are like him, and so that we can continue winning and going to bowl games and ultimately winning a conference championship in a few years. And but in the meantime, I sure hope that all of our people and fans, send our seniors out with great gratitude. And Malik's a big part of that for sure, and he is a special talent.
Let's go next to Damian Sordelett from the Lynchburg News and Advance.
Hugh, I know a lot of attention gets put on Army in that split back triple option, but their defense has been really formidable this year. I believe ranked right behind you guys in total defense, and aside from the 70 Wake Forest put on them, that group has looked really formidable in being able to be a rather complete defense this year.
They really have. I truthfully don't know that I've ever put on a tape, and I watched a ton of tape yesterday and this morning, and that I don't know if I've ever seen a team that plays harder than they do, and that's a great testament to the character of that team and their coaches. And defensively, you just when you look at them holding Wisconsin to 20 points and other teams like Georgia State, who's got some really good players, to low point totals of their year, Their defense is really, really talented. At 34, I think leads the nation in sacks, and they're not just an offensive team for sure. They play really quality defense.
As a follow-up, what makes their defense so effective?
I think it's that they're in the right spots and how hard they play. I mean, they may not be the most athletic team that you might see, but man, they play with a physicality and extremely passionate, and they don't get out of position very much at all. It's you really have to drive the field without making mistakes, and then converting in the red zone's been very difficult for people too because of the way they play. And they have a great scheme. You know, Woody's been Nate's been a great coordinator a lot of places, and he's doing a great job with their scheme. And then their kids just play extremely hard, tackle extremely well too.
Go to Ed Lane from the Virginia Talk Radio Network.
Hugh, from the name Army and then obviously the success they've had recently to what you mentioned, things that have stood out in the initial film review, how much does that grab your attention, your team's attention, and if nothing else, force you guys to be mentally locked in, both in preparation and then obviously when game time rolls around this weekend?
Well, I think that's the huge challenge, is locking a team in mentally in this day and time when there's so many distractions. And in our case, we have to fight the battle of where we're bowl eligible, and we have to fight this battle of there's still a lot to play for, and the level and the expectation to which we should compete should not change. And so I do think that's a battle for us, and probably for other teams too, that they're facing week in, week out. If a team's not bowl eligible, or if they already are bowl eligible and they can't win their conference championship, all of those things kind of factor into this day and age of coaching. And you have to be a psychologist, and we'll have to work extremely hard to hopefully helping our kids understand how we should compete on this given Saturday, and hopefully that's what you'll see.
Go to John from Sea of Red.
Hey, Coach. Similar question to Ed's. Obviously we all know about Army and how good that team is and that program and that culture underneath their coach. But is this week more about, making sure that, your team is prepared and mentally locked in and focused for the task at hand, especially coming off the performance Saturday?
Yeah, it's got my full attention, I assure you. I'm not happy at all with the way we competed. It was embarrassing, and hopefully our kids feel that way too. We'll find out a lot about our team, this week. And they've responded well this morning, for sure, when I gave them the truth, and I didn't pull any punches, and thought they handled it well. And we just finished one walk through, and I thought the offensive guys were great. Defense is doing theirs now, and I'll talk with them when we get through. But I think the key is exactly what you all have hit on is making sure we are locked in this week. I mean, they're very difficult to play to begin with this type of offense, and as good as they're playing on defense. But offensively, I mean, it's totally different. And, you're going to ask kids to do things this week that you haven't asked them to do all year. And, we'll see how our kids adjust to that. They'll have to be definitely locked into it.
Let's go to Anthony, then we'll go back to Damien.
I know it's usually a little bit different when you go and play there, and obviously there is a game at hand, but is there anything unique or, I guess, special about the opportunity to play against a service academy?
Well, after the game, we'll be sure and tell them how much we appreciate their mission and their commitment to our country. But prior to the game, I think our kids will be – it's another game that we've got to get prepared for, to play a very good football team, regardless of whether they're the service academy or not. And, we've been pretty consistent in that for the most part of our 3 years, and we're going to have to be that this Saturday to compete with this team. But certainly, after the game, I hope that we can, make them feel like we appreciate them for sure, because their ultimate mission goes way beyond football.
Go ahead, Damian.
Hugh, I asked you about Javon Scruggs after Saturday's game. He looked like he appeared to be the only starter who did not play in the second half. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's seeing the doctors this afternoon, and we'll see what that report comes back. It's concerning for sure. He's one of our leaders, and we're already down Quentin at safety, and you certainly need somebody that knows what they're doing back there to adjust to everything we got to see this week. So we shuffled some people around today and walked through, but hopefully we'll get good news on him. But it is concerning.
John.
It is Thanksgiving week, and with the guys not having classes this week and being away from home, do you have anything special planned as far as celebrating that this week with the team?
Yeah, we started this morning. I teach a class on Monday mornings, and I had that planned long out, and it was perfect for what we're going through right now. But also put an additional, spend a little extra time talking about what thankfulness looks like, what gratitude looks like. And we'll continue that throughout the week. Then Thursday, or actually starting Tuesday, every position room adopts a family here in Lynchburg, and we will deliver to them their Thanksgiving, meals and goodies that we've all collected and gone out. So we'll do that earlier this week. Then Thursday, we'll have another team meeting where we talk about thankfulness again. And spend, have Thanksgiving lunch together for sure. And then most of our positions are headed to their coach's house that night to make sure they're not alone and be together for Thanksgiving. And also our Four Others project, where we've adopted cities for the for foster kids. We'll do a little special deal. We're doing it every week, but we'll do a little something extra this week with our kids for that also.
And Emily Austin from Flame Central.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good, Emily. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know Thanksgivings look a little different as a coach now, but growing up, any traditions that you guys had or memories that you have around Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah. My Thanksgiving on the farm where I was raised was happening. It was everybody, all your cousins, and all of us sat at the little table until we got big enough to move to the big table with the uncles and aunts and everything, and the turkey and dressing and the rolls and all the good food. And then the tradition after Thanksgiving was over is we hit the front yard and play tackle football, all of us. And it was always a blast until we got bigger and it started hurting a little more. But our uncles used to do it with us for a while, and it was always a blast getting family together. That was always a special time for my entire family. So it's definitely changed since I entered the college coaching world. My parents were here this past weekend along with Jill's, and we had Thanksgiving Friday night at our house before I went to the hotel for team meetings, and my mom brought her dressing, and we had Jill cook some things. So we had our family there with all my daughters who were back in town, so that was good. But this Thanksgiving in college coaching is you're with your football family, and I love doing that also.
I'll have to get on Mama Freeze for getting that invitation lost in the mail. But
she says she texted you, but you didn't respond. That's what
what's
she
your
said, and
coach
I said you may have the wrong. Knowing my mom, she probably has the wrong number.
No, I definitely didn't get it. Go-to side, and do you like cranberry sauce? Sorry, guys, I know these are very serious.
No, absolutely not. No cranberry sauce. Just give me the dressing. Favorite side is cream corn or butter beans. Both. Gotta have both.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. I haven't had lunch yet. Let's wrap up here with Damian.
Remember you mentioning in preseason you had Trace Atkins, visit for practice. You said he's coming to the game. Is he doing anything special before or after the game?
You'll have to ask marketing that. That's what he shared with me, that he thought he was coming back to sing the national anthem for the Army game. I haven't talked to Trace. I may shoot him a text today to ask, but I'm sure marketing handles all that. I certainly don't know that for a fact, but that is what I was told that week.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and appreciate you, Coach. We'll talk to you here in a couple days.
Yep. Thanks, guys.